Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Parksy here, your coach of the Armagh. Just bringing back the smash today here for TBF Season 1, Week number 2. We're going to be going against none other than Genghis, coaches of Colorado Igrons. A matchup that has been highly anticipated and a lot of people have been waiting on. And personally, me and Genghis have been waiting on a lot as well. Gotta move my microphone up, but yeah, definitely make sure to go leave a like, subscribe, and go check out Jingus's channel. Definitely very high content over on his channel. So if there is one person you have to go and check out, out of the TBF, I would definitely say that Jingus is up there because the quality of his videos are amazing, and he's such a great friend. So yeah, I'm glad he invited me into this league because it's been pretty fun so far, but. His team should appear on your top right. He has got a team of Mega Kangaskhan, Victini, Togekiss, Configurgus, Araquanid, Claydol, Slaking, Buzzwole, Kyurem, Shaman, Raikou, and Sudowoodo, with Kyurem being his offensive Z user and Shaman being his every Z except well, attacking and non-attacking Z essentially. But he's got a very scary team, but of course that goes without saying that there are a few issues with this team, because on paper it looks very scary, but there are a few things that once you delve deeper into the team you can notice. The first thing about his team is that his main offensive core revolves around base 100s, and that is his Mega Kangaskhan, Slaking, Shaman, and Victini. And I wouldn't be bringing up this fact if it was tier 4 and tier 5s, because they're tier 4 and tier 5s, you're hardly ever going to bring them. But because that is his main offensive core, that means I can bring all four potentially of my base of my Pokemon above base 100, like my Rapidash, Virizion, Virbombi, and Swoobat, and essentially outspeed his main offensive core. And the fastest Pokemon on his team is Raikou, and that means that he has to fear Ribombee outspeeding the entirety of his team, and not also that, but setting up sticky webs so I can outspeed his team. He also has got 2 hazard removers in Claydol and Togekiss, as I get a nice tournament request for NU. Sorry. If I wasn't recording, I might actually take you up on that because I've been playing quite a bit of NU. But anyway, he's got 2 hazard removers of Claydol and Togekiss, and I am 95% sure that Claydol is not coming in this game. And that is because it loses to every single Pokemon on my team apart from Rapidash and Nidoking that can still 2 KO with either Mega Horn or Ice Beam respectively. So Claydol, it might be able to get up Stealth Rocks, it might be able to Rapid Spin, but apart from that, it's going to be absolutely useless versus my team. And I wouldn't be surprised if he uses this as death fodder versus my team. A few other things to note: that his team doesn't have that much reliable recovery, viable recovery. I mean, like Araquanid has got Leech Seek, Configurus has got Pain Split, and Mega Kangaskhan of course can use Wish, Kyurem, and Buzzwole also do get Roost, but they usually don't run those healing moves, and especially if you are running Mega Kangaskhan Wish week in week out just to get some recovery on it, like that's not going to be a very efficient way to use Mega Kangaskhan, just to use such a big threat as Mega Kangaskhan, should I say. But without further ado, let's go through my team. I'm sure I'm missing something. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention about Togekiss. As I said previously, I'm not expecting Claydol to come, so that's going to be making Togekiss be his hazard remover, and most importantly being his defogger. Now, I know from personal experience that boxing Togekiss into more than one role is very hard to do. So that means that Togekiss is going to struggle if he is going to be bringing it as his hazard remover and as his wish passer, because if he doesn't bring Claydol, he has to have Togekiss with defog. Otherwise, I am going to swarm him with hazards because my team revolves around hazard stacking, and well, it is a potential playstyle I can have. But I do have many potential playstyles in this team, to be fair. I got Trick Room, Tailwind, etc. But one of my playstyles is Hazard Stack, which actually you will find that I am actually implementing versus my game versus Genghis. So if he does not bring Defog on Togekiss, and if he does not bring Claydol like I'm expecting, that means that his team is going to get beaten down by my hazards. And my team has been designed in such a way to constantly just keep on shipping down his team to the point where one of my late game sweepers can come in and finish him off. And Togekiss also, if it is going to be running Wish, it's going to have defog, most likely going to be running protect, and then the final slot is either going to be running one of its dual stabs, meaning that Skarmory can come in and it can take any hit. So essentially, I'm thinking that the Togekiss is going to be defog, roost, flamethrower, and air slash, meaning this team is going to struggle a lot with reliable recovery, and especially is going to get through the Victini and the Kangaskhan. Are not going to appreciate what I have planned for it. But first up, we've got Dart the Rapidash, and Rapidash has got two main things about it. The first is that it is actually matched up pretty good against this team, and I know that Jingus isn't really expecting it to converse him. Second of all, Jingus talks smack about this Pokemon during the live stream, so if Rapidash can put in a good amount of work, Jingus has to openly admit that Rapidash is not a bad tier 5 Pokemon like he said on the draft stream, and he has to apologize to all the Rapidash fans and me. So yeah, Jingus, if you're watching this video, which I know you are, take that into consideration, buddy. But on the Rapidash, we've got the leftovers of Flare Blitz, Wild Charge, High Horsepower, and Morning Sun. Bit of an interesting set, but I'll go break it down. Quite a few of my Pokemon on my team have got an interesting set, but we'll get through it. Basically, the space so I can outspeed base 100s, which of course makes sense. The SPDF investment allows me to take 2 of Scarp Timid Victini's Psychics, and this is going to sound weird, but Rapidash is my main switch into Victini because of the Flash Fire. I can take Fire type attacks, and the attack investment allows me to 2 KO Victini after Stealth Rocks, allows me to 2 KO Max HP Araquanid, allows me to 2 KO Max HP Araquanid with Wakanberry after Stealth Rocks, and it also allows me to 2 KO a non-HP invested Raikou. Rapidash also gives me a nice switch into things like Cofagrigus as well. That might go for the Will-O-Wisp, so that's going to be pretty nice. Really just a Pokemon that I feel like can do a lot of work. It's going to be one of my main breakers in this game, and with the coverages it has, I can definitely break through a lot of this team, barring the Claydol and the Sudowoodo. Actually, no, we have High Horsepower, I guess. But next up we have got Virizion, and Virizion is going to be my main late game sweeper. And this is going to sound stupid, but versus my game versus Mike, I didn't really have any late game sweeper. I was like, okay, I got Kieran Black. Yeah, it kind of came down to me getting the Ice Beam roll and then just flinching his Florges twice, once actually with my Kieran Black. So yeah, I mean, I've came up with worse strategies, trust me. But Virizion is going to be my late game sweeper, and if Cofagrigus and Buzzwole are weakened below 30%, don't come, or if they are killed, then my Virizion should just be able to beat down his team, because I do have the dual stabs as well. The Stone Edge. Our +2 Rockin' EMZ has a 99.6% chance to Oko Victini, so unless I'm the unluckiest guy in the world, that should be a dead Victini. But yeah, just your standard Virizion set with enough speed to outspeed his base 100s as well, and the rest just invested into attack and HP. Next up we have got Skarmory, and Skarmory is just going to be forming a very utility heavy role, being my hazard remover and being my stealth rock setter, because I didn't really feel like Mega Blastoise had the best matchup, and they didn't really have anything else that could run hazard removal, as you're going to see later on. But that means that I'm going to bring Skarmory with my Defogger, and I mean, he has got 2 Stealth Rockers, a Toxic Spike setter, and a Sticky Web setter, but I don't think that he can really hazard stack me. He can only really afford to get 1 hazard over a course of like half a dozen turns or whatever, so I can just defog these hazards away and set up my own hazard. Stealth Rock. Brave Bird allows me to Oko the Buzzwole, which can be quite a threat, as I'll get into in a little bit. And we have got Roost, of course, for the reliable recovery, and we've got Rocky Helmet because the Mega Kangaskhan might be using Skarmory as power up punch fodder, so at the very least I will be getting 32% off with my Rocky Helmet damage, and I might potentially get a Roost off, remove hazards, or set up Stealth Rocks, and that's why I think that Flamethrower and Togekiss is essential, because I can 2 kill my Skarmory, and if it doesn't have Flamethrower, then I can just get up free hazards, free Brave Birds, healing, hazard removal. You get the gist of it. But next up is Nidoking, after its pretty impressive performance from last week versus Mike, being able to set up hazards, being able to get a kill versus a Blastoise of all things. But we have got 3 attacks with Toxic Spikes, and Toxic Spikes wear down his team a lot because he has no grounded poison type. Actually, no, he has no poison type, full stop, and no steel type. So that means that I can set up Toxic Spikes in his main offensive core like Shame and Slaking, Mega Kangaskhan, Raikou, Victini, they're all going to get chipped down by the poison. I only need one Toxic Spike up because knowing Jingus, he's going to be switching around a lot. I have prepped a lot of Jingus, and I know that he keeps on switching his Pokemon around. He likes switching a lot, which is why I decided that Hazard Stack would be a viable option for his sim. But essentially, we have got very good coverage versus this team, so we're going to hit at the very least something neutrally. Also, I forgot to say about Skarmory. The funny thing is, it walls about half of his team. It can wall out the Togekiss with non-flamethrower, Meg Kangaskhan without electric or fire coverage. It can wall out the Araquanid, the Claydol, the Slaking, the Sudowoodo, the Shaman, and the Buzzwole. So I can literally wall out half his team, which is kind of funny. But we've got Nidoking, just going to be a Toxic Spike setter, and then after that I can try and break some walls. Not really sure how useful it's going to be, but of course you just can't look at Jingus's team and be like, yeah, I do think I'm going to bring Toxic Spikes. Like, you're always going to bring Toxic Spikes versus a team like that with no grounded poison type and not much removal. And next up, we've got a set so disgusting, it's actually beautiful. This is Jawbreaker, the Kyurem Black. We've got Substitute, Ice Beam, Fusion Bolt, Roost, with a very weird EV investment, but I'll try and get through this. Also, Nidoking, I just wanted to say it has enough speed so that I can outspeed an Adamant Buzzwole, whereas Kyurem Black has enough speed to outspeed a Jolly Buzzwole, so if the Buzzwole outspeeds my Nidoking, I know this either Choice Scarf or that it is a Jolly set, and if it switches up moves, then I know this is not Adamant, so that's going to be quite crucial information. But, I'll go through this set. So as I said previously, the speed, so I can help outspeed the Buzzwole. I also have 136 in HP. That's going to allow me to keep my substitute up from a Mega Kangaskhan fake out, and that might sound a little bit stupid, but if his Mega Kangaskhan isn't running max speed, and if he's fearing me being a very fast Kyurem Black, which you know I'm kind of a fat Kyurem Black this week, you know, fat in quotation marks because Kyurem Black usually doesn't run that much fat, but fake out cannot break my substitute from an Adamant Mega Kangaskhan. It's impossible unless he gets a crit, and he might be trying to break my substitute with the first fake out, which he can if I am non-HP invested Kyurem Black, and then he's going to try and get a cheeky little flinch off with about 5% chip damage, maybe on the like maybe that might be a strategy, and if so, then my substitute will remain, and I'll be able to get off an Ice Beam that with the Never Melting Ice and the 106 special attack, I can 2 KO a non-HP invested Mega Kangaskhan. I can also 2 KO a max HP max defense Gofaragus, and the 28 plus an attack allows me to 2 KO max HP max defense Araquanid with the Fusion Bolt. And finally, we have got 100 ways to Quagsire on the team, my second Rocky Helmet user, and I know Mike was saying about in his team builder how me and him were talking, because I talked to Mike quite a lot, and what was I going to say? Oh yeah, so I talked to Mike quite a lot, and he said that we were talking, and he picked up Quagsire, and apparently it was because just for his Salamence, and yeah, it was a little bit for his Salamence, I will admit, but quite a big reason why I picked Quagsire, and it was actually something that Jingus referenced, is because Kangaskhan can break through Skarm and Bliss. That's one of the very few Pokemon that can break through Skarmory and Blissey, and because of that, I want to I wanted a Pokemon that could try and take hits from Mega Kangaskhan. And Quagsire, it does not care about power up punch boosts because it has got the Unaware. You will be dealing just as much damage as you have been before the boosts, and the only way he can 2-kill my Quagsire if he is max attack adamant with the double edge. A return won't even 2-kill me, so that's nice. And I have got Toxic, which is a little bit weird considering I've got Toxic Spikes, but Toxic allows me to hit something like the Claydol or the Togekiss on the Switch. And I might not even have Toxic Spikes up in the field, so Toxic is just nice to spread around his team, especially because the only clerics on this team is Shaman, which just isn't a cleric. Well, it is. I mean, it can be a cleric, but I mean, Shaman's move pool is just so wide that you don't want to be running it with Aromatherapy, and then you have Heal Bell on your Togekiss. So yeah, I believe that's it. I don't have like any list on me. I'm just doing it off the top of my mind. But we got the Toxic just in case Toxic Spikes don't work, or if we want to Toxic down the Togekiss, because this is gonna sound a little bit weird. But I did a mock version myself, and it was to try and come from the perspective of Genghis and see what mons he wanted to bring versus me. And in the mock versus myself, Togekiss actually really destroyed my team, so I tried to switch up. I originally had Stockpile for some stupid reason, but now I've got Toxic, so I can wear down the Togekiss, which is going to be nice. Of course, yeah, I've got Nidoking as well, but in that mock I sacked off Nidoking to the Cofagrigus like an idiot. There's something else I was going to say about the Quagsire. I don't know. I'll get back to it, I'm sure. But one thing also to note is that if he brings Shaman, and if he does SD, I am expecting the natural gift fire. I just want to clarify that. So nobody needs to go screaming like, oh my goodness, no, what happens if Shaman comes and you aren't expecting this? Hey, I've used Shaman in DGBA Season 4 for 7 weeks. I guess technically 6, but I built with it for 7 weeks. So I know the niches that Shaman gets, and I know what it can viably run and stuff. So don't you guys worry. But that's going to be the team for Genghis. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Give me feedback, positive and negative, about you know, just this video and the channel in general. So thanks guys for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.